Angela Rayner has quit the government, telling Keir Starmer she takes full responsibility for her stamp duty error. The Deputy Prime Minister and Housing Secretary has been embroiled in a crisis after admitting underpaying tax on a seaside flat she bought in Hove, Sussex. Ms. Rayner said it was a mistake made in good faith, but said, "I accept that I did not meet the highest standards in relation to my recent property purchase." Ms. Rayner reported herself to the Independent Standards Advisor, with a report handed to the PM this morning. Ethics watchdog Sir Laurie Magnus said Angela Rayner had acted with integrity and with a dedicated and exemplary commitment to public service, but concluded she breached the ministerial code over her tax affairs. Ms. Rayner told the Prime Minister she is also resigning as Deputy Labour leader, meaning there will be an election to appoint a successor. Scroll down to read Ms. Rayner's resignation in full. Ms. Rayner wrote, "Dear Keir, thank you for the personal and public support you have shown me in recent days. As you know, on Wednesday I referred myself to your independent advisor on ministerial standards, Sir Laurie Magnus, to conduct a thorough investigation into my personal financial circumstances after I became aware that it is likely I inadvertently paid the incorrect rate for stamp duty land tax, SDLT. I have always taken my responsibilities as Deputy Prime Minister, Secretary of State for Housing, Communities, and Local Government, as well as a Member of Parliament with the utmost seriousness. I have long believed that people who serve the British public in government must always observe the highest standards, and while the independent advisor has concluded that I acted in good faith and with honesty and integrity throughout, I accept that I did not meet the highest standards in relation to my recent property purchase. I deeply regret my decision to not seek additional specialist tax advice given both my position as Housing Secretary and my complex family arrangements. I take full responsibility for this error. I would like to take this opportunity to repeat that it was never my intention to do anything other than pay the right amount. I must also consider the significant toll that the ongoing pressure of the media is taking on my family. While I rightly expect proper scrutiny on me and my life, my family did not choose to have their private lives interrogated and exposed so publicly. I have been clear throughout this process that my priority has, and always will be, protecting my children, and the strain I am putting them under through staying in post has become unbearable. Given the findings, and the impact on my family, I have therefore decided to resign as Deputy Prime Minister and Secretary of State for Housing, Communities, and Local Government, as well as Deputy Leader of the Labour Party. For a teenage mum from a council estate in Stockport to serve as the highest level of government has been the honour of my life. The challenges of government are nothing compared to the challenge of putting food on the table and getting a roof over our head when I brought up kids working as a home help. Too many people face the same across our country. I've always known that politics changes lives because it changed mine. The last Labour government gave me the tools I needed to build a better life for me and my young son, and that's why I've been working relentlessly from day one in government to do the same for the next generation. Every day I had in office, I worked to serve working class communities like the one that I grew up in, which are too often overlooked by those in power. I am proud that in every decision I made, I did it for them. I would never have become Deputy Prime Minister if not for the decisions taken by the last Labour government, giving me a council house to support me, Sure Start to help raise my kids, and the security of a minimum wage, and I can only hope that the changes I made in government will have the same impact for young girls growing up on council estates like I did. Through my employment rights bill, people across the country will receive the biggest uplift in workers' rights in a generation. This landmark legislation will be game-changing for millions of people stuck in insecure and low-paid work, giving them the dignity and security they don't just need but also deserve. I am and will remain deeply proud of that legacy. I am so proud to have worked alongside the trade union movement, who have given me everything, to deliver that. Our renters' rights bill will finally ban the oppressive rule of no-fault evictions and will reset the balance between renters and landlords through groundbreaking protection for renters. Everyone deserves to live in a safe and decent home, and I know this legislation will deliver that for millions of people across the country. The planning and infrastructure bill will also be instrumental in getting the homes so many people across this country need built, and I am so proud that at the spending review we announced the biggest investment in social and affordable housing in a generation, with the overwhelming amount of this going to genuinely social rent homes. And last week, I introduced the English Devolution Bill to Parliament. The largest single package of devolution from any Westminster government to local people across England. This landmark legislation will permanently change the balance of power, giving true control to those with skin in game. We delivered an elections strategy which will mean 16 and 17-year-olds getting the vote for the first time, as well as ambitious plans to ensure the most marginalized communities are registered to vote. We took steps to stabilize the broken foundations of local government and deliver the first genuinely fair funding review and the first multi-year settlement for a decade. My department, through my excellent team of ministers, has also provided the largest ever investment in homelessness prevention services to local authorities, to get Britain back on track to ending homelessness for good. We've worked relentlessly to bring an end to the building safety crisis and developed new measures to get people's homes fixed quicker and hold rogue freeholders to account. We've also worked to boost community cohesion, tackle hate crime and reset the relationship with faith communities. I have been lucky to work alongside the most talented group of ministers who worked with dedication to deliver for working people. I thank Matthew Pennycook, Jim McMahon, Alex Norris, Wajid Khan, and Sharon Taylor. I too am grateful to my brilliant parliamentary team, Arpreet Upal, Mark Ferguson, and Jen Kitchen. For me, being in office is the chance to change the lives of the people I grew up alongside. I will do whatever I can to continue doing so. Thank you for your leadership and for your friendship. I will continue to serve you, our country and the party and movement I love in the weeks, months and years ahead. Was Angela Rayner right to resign?